Hi, my name is Miss Machado, and I just want to go over some basic sewing equipment with you. Um, I will discuss each item, and then I will also talk about some of the issues that might arise and some of the safety precautions that you should take. So the first one I'd like to discuss is the seam ripper. Okay, the seam ripper is important because if you are hemming and you need to release the hem, it can help do that without ruining the fabric, but you have to be very careful. It is very sharp, so when you are not using it, you have to keep it capped at all times. So when you reach in, if it's in a sewing kit, you don't want to reach in and grab it without the cap. It's very sharp. So again, that is the seam ripper, and always keep the cap on it. One of the next things I'd like to discuss is the pin cushion. So the pin cushion keeps your pins and your needles in it. You have to be careful when using the pin cushion where you're pinning. When you use the needle and the pin, you don't want to not look while you're doing it and accidentally poke yourself with either the needle or the pin. Which brings me to one of my next items, and that is the needle. If you can see, and it's very pointy and sharp at the end. So when you're not using it, you keep it inside your pin cushion. And just make sure to check the floor around you, especially if there's little children around or young children around, and not to put it in your mouth. This is the pin. This helps you pin fabric together when you're hemming or when you're sewing items, so it just keeps the fabric nice and together and straight. So the same thing with the needle, you have to make sure you keep it in the pin cushion when not in use, and do not put it in your mouth. Again, also check the floor and make sure you didn't drop your pin anywhere. The next item I'd like to go over with you is the thread. So thread, same thing with all the other sewing equipment items. This is used for sewing. There's different fabric types of thread. There's different thicknesses and textures. The same thing with like the needle and the pin. Don't put it in your mouth or like around your neck or anything like that. It can also be slippery if it's on the floor, so make sure you pick it up. If it's on like a smooth floor, you can slip on it on accident, so just be aware of that. The next piece of sewing equipment is the scissors. It's very important when not in use to store it in a safe place, to store it down, or if you're walking, keep it away from your body, and keep it pointing down so the pointy edge doesn't stick out, and leave it in a safe place away from young children as well. And this is very important for obviously cutting fabric and thread and other things. So this is the thimble. This is used to protect your finger from the needle while you're sewing, you're hand sewing. So one safety issue with this is that if it doesn't fit, don't push it on tightly because you don't want it to hurt your finger. And this one is the tape measure. So if you need to measure something such as around the waist, or if you need to measure around your arm, to someone's height if they're short enough. It's a flexible measuring tape, so it allows you to bend it. It's very useful with sewing. One safety precaution is just not to put it around your neck, for obvious reasons. So just don't put it around your neck or keep it around your neck just in case it gets caught in something and it pulls around your neck. And then the last one is the button. Okay, also very important. It can be used for obviously clothing, or you can also use it on crafts. Some people use it for eyes or decorative purposes. Also with the button, do not put it in your mouth. If it drops on the floor, pick it up right away, especially if there's young children around. You don't want them to accidentally pick it up and they're gonna swallow it. So I think it's very important to pick it up after you're done. And that's it for safety equipment. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. Have a great day. Bye.